The Consumer Confidence Index dropping again in May after a tick higher in April. The assessment of the labor market and the gauge that measures consumer 6-month outlook, they both soured a bit. Also, purchasing intentions for big-ticket items like houses and cars cooled. But get this, so did plans for vacations. Joining us now is Steve Odland. He is CEO of the Conference Board and a CNBC contributor. Steve, it's great to have you here, and maybe you can give us some anecdotal insight as to what's going on with the U.S. consumer here.
Yeah, hi, Kelly. The Conference Board's Consumer Confidence Index did drop a little bit. The bigger story is it's been very flat over the past 3 months. It's just been bouncing around a little bit, which has been surprising because, with all the talk about, are we going to have a recession or whatever, the consumer has really held up here. And the drop or the little adjustment here has been about the future. They're feeling great about where they are, and this is driven by virtually full employment. Everybody has jobs, their wages are going up, they're feeling good, but they're nervous about down the road. And the reason they're nervous is because of inflation, and that's why you see the purchase intent for big items dropping, because they're becoming very expensive, and now we see interest rates coming up. So borrowing for that is also more expensive.
But the fact that people are pulling back on vacations, what are you learning?
I don't know. I haven't been on a plane that has had an empty seat, so I don't know. I don't know where this pullback is coming from. But this inflation thing is the key thing. We did the CEO confidence index, and that's they're very worried about inflation too, and they're raising prices as part of that. The CEO confidence index came down here a couple weeks ago, and that's I think a more of a precursor to leading into a possible recession. And the CEOs are telling us it's not the consumer we're worried about, and it's not the supply chain we're worried about. We're worried about the Fed. And for the first time in history, they're moving 2 levers at the same time, and we're worried that they're not going to be able to engineer a soft fall here, and that they're going to actually create a recession. So that's where the recession talk is coming from, but the consumer is very strong.
On that note, and we thank you for your time today, Steve Odland.